is November 4, Romeo, Charlie, Oscar. The name here is Ross, Roger, Oscar, Sierra, Sierra. And I have talked to you before, but not since I got my new radio, QSL.
Roger, Ross. Whereabouts are you located, sir?
Roger, Ross. Whereabouts are you located, sir?
I'm in northeast Arkansas, about 10 miles south of the Missouri border and about 70 miles.
Alrighty, why don't you tell me about your radio for about 10 seconds there? Let me see if I can get a better path for us, Roger.
Okay, Jim. The radio here, I just got it about 2 weeks ago, is a brand new Yaesu Ftdx-10, which I love. Took me a while to figure out how to run it because I'm such an old guy. But now that I've got it running, it seems like it's doing pretty well. And the amplifier, I'm only running about 300 watts, but it's an Ameritron AL811, kind of three-tube, the old one, you know.
Roger, Ross. Now, you've got a little low-frequency hum there. I'm not sure exactly what that is about. You might try moving your microphone away from your radio, and let me see if that changes.
Okay. Somebody had told me that before. Now, what I have done is I had my microphone plugged into an MFJ 1263, which allows me to use multiple microphones, and I just unplugged it and plugged it back directly into the radio. Is this better?
Oh, yes, sir. No hum at all. That's perfect, right like that, Roger.
Okay, so I guess the guy was right. I'm getting it out of that 1263, and I guess I need to get that thing away from any power sources or anything, QSL.
Roger. Now, how is it powered? Is that powered by a wall wart or a battery, internal battery or something?
It is not powered by anything at all. There's a modular cable that goes from the back of that to the radio itself, and then you can plug in either a round or a modular mic A or mic B into the front, QSL.
Roger. And what does it do? What's the functionality of that box?
The functionality is to use two different mics by just pushing a button to change microphones, and two different radios by just pushing a button to change two different radios.
Yeah, and keep your fingers crossed you don't have a screw up there. I guess it's not like switching linears or power amps sometimes mistakes are made, unfortunately, that things didn't go exactly as planned, but I understand that you want to switch mics or switch radios. But that combination that you're running right now sounds pretty good, Roger.
Roger that. Okay, well, I appreciate that, Jim. Well, the main reason I bought this thing is because my previous radio was a TS570D, and I had a MC85 desk mic that I just love, and I wanted to try to be able to use that Kenwood mic with this Yaesu radio, and they're not really very compatible, QSL.
Oh, Roger. So, gosh, if you wanted to, we could play with this for a minute, see if we could track down what the hum is. Did you have a second microphone plugged into that at the time, or did you just have one lead coming out of that going to your radio and one lead going to your one microphone?
I just had one microphone plugged into mic A, and the radio on the back plugged into radio A, and then that cable is modular. It goes directly to the Yaesu. And the microphone I'm using myself is also modular. The Kenwood that I wanted to use is an 810 round.
Roger. So what I'm thinking is that maybe you have a ground loop between the two radios. If you were to pull the feed to the second radio, we could see if that is where the ground loop is, Roger.
Roger, well, I don't even have the other radio hooked up right now. I just have the mic A hooked up to radio A. I'm not even using the mic B or the radio B at all.
Yes, sir. Okay, go back through the box and on the A side, and you've got the A output going to your radio and the microphone going into the A input side, and just try moving the box physically around just a little bit.
Okay, I have taken the box and moved it to where it's away from anything electrical to speak of. It's just sitting by itself. And I have plugged the mic back into the box, and I have plugged the box back into the radio, QSL.
Okay, you still have hum. So go to the B. You can't go to the B side because your mic settings are different plugins. Is that a Roger?
No, it's just as it came from the factory. I can put this into the mic B, and I can put the radio in the radio B if you want me to try that.
Yeah, let's try the B side and see what it does.
Okay, I'm talking through the mic through the mic B slot, but it's still coming out to radio A slot.
Yes, sir. Still got hum. So I think you might have, since you don't have another radio involved, you're not getting a ground loop. It sounds like what is happening is you're not getting a proper ground from the radio to the microphone that you're using. Otherwise, you wouldn't have that hum. Roger, Roger?
Yeah, copy that. Well, there's no ground for this box. I'll tell you what, give me a minute. I'm going to hook it into radio B and see if that makes a difference.
Yeah, Roger, okay.
You might try just placing your hand on both of those pieces of electronics while you modulate it. AD4FL.
Roger, Roger, FL, and we'll see him glow as he becomes a human fuse at 300 volts. I'm kidding.
Okay, Jim, now I'm got it into mic B and to radio B, but the radio B is going to the Yaesu.
Yes, sir. Let's avoid the confusion. Let's get rid of that. It's got a severe problem. I don't know what it is, but you are getting a loud hum there, whatever you do. And the hum was very similar one way and the other way. So I would just get rid of it and go with the mic straight in. I think that'll take care of it mostly or all of it. Roger?
Okay, I'm back to just the mic plugged directly in the radio. Is this okay now?
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. You go to the head of the class there. Roger, Roger.
Contact.
I had somebody help me with the audio last week and got it all tweaked up. It should be sound. The audio should be pretty good. It's like you told me, to get some more treble on it and get the bass off of it. So is the audio good now?
Yes, sir. And we had a contact. Go ahead, contact.
Yeah, the thing for him to take a look at, I've run into this before. I will bet that the box has microphone negative attached to chassis ground. And in the Yaesu and the Kenwood, microphone negative has to be isolated from chassis ground, otherwise you get exactly that hum. W4UCK.
Okay, copy that, W4UCK. I will try that. There's all kind of jumpers inside the box. So there's the jumpers for ground, there's jumpers for the different types of mic where you can use different configurations with jumpers. So I just need to experiment with it a little bit. But for now, this is, Jim says this is the way to go, the way it is right now.
Yeah, I think that's the best way until you get on a dummy load with a pair of earphones and you're listening into your monitor or something that you can play with it that way. And yeah, do look for something going to ground from your say radio. Let's see, the shield on your audio going to chassis ground. You want to make sure that doesn't happen. That should stay above ground. Roger.
Roger that, Jim. Well, it wasn't that expensive. It was only like $40 or $50. I just thought I'd give it a try. So if it's going to mess up my sound, I'm not worried about that. I'll send it back to ham radio outlet.
Oh, yes, sir. I would do that. Because obviously there is a problem, and we've run it 3 different ways, and it had that same hum. So it is something probably on the input of the audio from the radio going to chassis ground on your box. And incidentally, is that outboard box, is that all plastic or is that metal?
No, sir. It's all metal.
Yes, sir. That's probably what it is then. You have another ground coming from somewhere, and you have, what happens is your mic ground and your chassis ground are 2 different things, and they're coming together. So you might look look right at the plug that goes to your radio and see if there's something that goes from there to chassis ground. Maybe 2 things that go from there to chassis ground on the feed that goes to your radio, Roger. And you want to take probably the one that is a shield to your audio, and maybe back that one, if you can, back that one off the chassis ground.
it, Jim. And somebody in there came in and said it's all plastic. It's not all plastic. It's all metal. It's got a metal cover and a metal chassis, and the only thing plastic is the circuit board.
See, that's the uptown Ukrainian model. Everything comes from Ukraine anymore.
Yeah, copy that. Okay, Jim, I've taken a lot of your time. I know probably some other people that want to call you, so thank you so much for taking the time to help me. And as you always do, you're a great guy, and you help a lot of guys, amateurs, and we appreciate that. So, 73C, my friend, nice to talk to you again. November 4, Romeo Charlie Oscar.
Roger, Ross, and what radio were you running today?
I'm running my new Yaesu Ftdx-10.
Roger, Ross. 73, sir, if you want to hear your audio, if you go to YouTube, do a call letter search, KC9VKV, followed by the word logbook. We'll take you to this recording. I'll have it uploaded to YouTube by noon tomorrow. Roger?
Roger that. Kilo Charlie 9, Charlie Kilo Victor, correct?
Kilo Charlie 9, Victor Kilo Victor.
Victor Kilo Victor, gotcha. Okay, thanks a lot, Jim.
Roger, Roger, Ross, 73, sir. Have a great afternoon, beautiful weekend. This is the Friday afternoon Qso-Vlog net. If you have a radio you want to check out, give me a shout.